Good morning, my dear students of grade 8, Jabir and Farabi. Today we are revising some vocabulary and grammar for the new Hello curriculum. So my revision will only be based on the grammar and the vocabulary, and I'm letting you to focus on the other parts of the questions concerned the exam. Let's start with the choose. We usually in the exam have 10 choices, 10 choose sentences and 4 sentences for grammar to correct the mistake. Let's start with the first one. It took Nada 3 hours, and we all know that it took someone, it took me, it took anyone. 3 hours is an expression that is followed by the full infinitive form, so it took Nada 3 hours to finish her homework. Number 2, women prefer wearing space to cover their heads. What is the one thing that we use to cover our heads? We've got belt, headscarf, skirt, and dress. Headscarf is the right answer. The small amount of food eaten between meals is called, we all know that, it's a snack. I can talk to the people at drama club about, what is it? You are in a club, a drama club. What is it that you want to be talking about? That's reading, running, painting, or acting. Drama is usually connected to acting. Girls prefer wearing fashionable space in their ears. Necklace, ring, sunglasses, and earrings. Definitely ears and earrings. My friend Sama is good at writing space for plays. What is it that we usually write for plays? It's definitely scripts. Number 7, we should use space cars as they don't pollute the environment. We've got electric, oil, petrol, electricity. Electricity is a noun, and the sentence here lacks an adjective. So the only adjective that works is electric cars. I space my uncle at the new restaurant tomorrow morning. Is it that I'm meeting, which is used for fixed future plan, meet, or meets, or going to meet? As we see, the sentence contains the place, the time, and even the person that you're meeting tomorrow. So for me, we've got more information than needed for the future plan. So it's not only a future plan, it's a fixed one. So the right choice is am meeting. There are space grapes left. Would you like some? Grapes is a countable noun that can be preceded by whether a few or many. We've got only a few in the answers. A little, much, a lot needs a preposition, a lot of. A little and much can only work with uncountable nouns, so there are a few grapes left. That boy space a famous architect in the future. This is only a personal prediction. This prediction is not based on an evidence or something. So it only reflects your personal opinion about the prediction, so will be, that boy will be a famous architect in the future. These 4 questions are based on grammar. He not know how to play an instrument. It's a present simple tense in which we have to give the negative form. He doesn't know how to play an instrument. If he's giving me a keyword that presents a future tense or even a past tense, we will have to change the form or the tense of not know. Would you like space any coffee? Coffee is an uncountable noun, and this is a question. So some would think that any can work. Any can work if it was an inquiring question, but this is like an offer. So I'm offering you to have some coffee. Would you like some coffee? So some can be used with positive sentences and also with offers. This space are my old jacket. Definitely old jacket is a singular noun, so it takes is. I space visit the dentist at 4:30 next Thursday. This is a schedule that belongs to the future, so it's still a future plan that you have planned before. So I am going to visit the dentist at 4:30 next Thursday. Some would say that I will be visiting the dentist. Correct, but The future continuous was not really mentioned in the new Hello curriculum, so try to stick to the grammar that you have studied. And it's the difference between will plus the infinitive or be going to plus the infinitive. Moving as quickly as possible to another exam, and we'll deal also with the choose. You should stop at me like this. You should stop at me like this. You should stop. A stop is the verb that is followed by a gerund form. So I say stop talking, stop making noise, stop shouting, as the sentence says. You should stop shouting at me. Space means having something that makes you ill when you eat or touch it. Is it safe or allergic or kind or fresh? When someone is allergic to something that he or she eats, it means that he usually has some difficulties once he eats or touches that thing. So it's allergic. By the way, allergic is always followed by the preposition to. A or an is an object that is used for playing music. Is a tool, a machine, material, instrument? Instrument. This space is made of expensive leather, handbag, earrings, necklace, and glass. What is it that can be made of leather among these things? We only have handbag. A space is a painting or photograph of a person's face. Definitely, it's a portrait, and we've seen this word so many times if we are using some of the apps on our mobile phones. Cotton should be picked, space, hand, to keep it soft. Now we've got by, to, off, and on. Definitely, it's by hand. The sentence is basically a passive form. So when I say cotton should be picked by hand according to the passive form going. Nearly 50 teams space in the competition. 50 teams took part, took out off, took off. Took part, which means participate. It's a phrasal verb that is equal to participate in the meaning. Watch out, and here I am warning you. The baby space. Is it the baby will fall? Is falling? Is going to fall? Will be falling. You are absolutely sure, and you have got an evidence before you start warning this person that the baby is going to fall. So this is a prediction that is based on an evidence that you can see. So watch out, be careful, attention, look. All these words means that the prediction that I'm having in the sentence is based on an evidence that I can see. So the right answer is going to fall. I have space free time for hobbies because I work a lot. You work a lot, so it looks like the time is not much. So I have much time? Absolutely not. If it was I don't have, it could have been much time. But I have a little time for hobbies because I work a lot. Pay attention. Some sentences are based on grammar, yes, but still you have to pay attention to the meaning and what is needed in the sentence. I mean, you may think that much and a little can work with time as an uncountable noun, but still the sentence needs a little to be used. If you want to get the park quickly, you space the bus. This is if conditional. And the structure of if conditional, first conditional, of course, it's if plus the present simple, will plus the infinitive form of the verb. So if you want to get to the park quickly, you will take. No, will take can never work here in the sentence because the other part of the sentence is based on giving a piece of advice to someone. So it's you should take the bus. The grammar eat space fruit, it is good for you. Fruit is one of the words that is dealt with as an uncountable noun. In some cases, it can be countable, but not this one. So eat much fruit, it is good for you. What if someone decided to use a lot with the preposition of? Would that be correct? Yes, accepted. Can you space to play football or tennis? Can. We've got the modal verb that is usually followed by, that is always followed by the infinitive form of the verb, so it can you play. We not going play football tomorrow. It looks like this was some arranged plans and you've cancelled them. So you use be going to, but in the negative form. So we say we're not going to play football tomorrow. What time shall students come to school? You're asking about a piece of advice that you need to know the timing about the school when the school starts. So what time should students come to school? That's the answer. If you want to make an inquiring question like what time will students come to school, still can work and the grammar is still proper. Moving as quickly as possible to the third and the final exam or model exam here. I would like to, an expression that is followed by the infinitive form of the verb. But which verb can work? Is it pull a machine, discover a machine, invent a machine, or invite a machine? It's definitely invent a machine to tidy my bedroom. So lazy. Space means very nice to eat, something that is delicious, of course. The kids spend their Saturdays watching space on TV. Is it cartoons, costumes, and views? Everyone watches cartoons on TV. None of the rest can work according to the meaning. Egypt is famous to growing. It's supposed to be Egypt is famous for growing space to make materials. Is it growing groups, crops, goals, or topics? Definitely we grow crops, so growing crops is the right answer. Do you know who space the mobile phone? Invented the mobile phone. Archaeologists found space in the old site. Is it pottery, scenery, website, or show? What is it that can be found if you are an archaeologist and you are digging up some ancient stuff from under the ground? It's definitely pottery. I think scientists can make space about the future. Is it that the scientist is able to make translations, predictions, invitations, or corrections? Absolutely, they can only make prediction. Plus, it's a collocation, make prediction. I think it is space rain because the sky is really dark. We've got an evidence, which is the sky is really dark, and we've just mentioned that. So we've got a prediction that is based on an evidence, so the answer is going to. Wash some beans and space them in the pan. This is an imperative form of the verb. An imperative form of the verb is always in the imperative. You don't have to add anything to the verb, not a preposition, not ing, just the verb as it is. So wash some beans and put them in a pan. Our parents spaced to the supermarket to buy food in 10 years. Our parents didn't go, haven't gone, don't go, or won't go to the supermarket to buy food in 10 years. In 10 years is a word that refers to the past tense. So it looks like it has been 10 years ever since my parents has bought food in the supermarket or from the supermarket. So if it's past tense, we've got didn't go, that can work here. Next, 4 questions for the grammar. If my mother, we've got if conditional, if present simple, will plus the infinitive. Of course, will can be used, must can be used, should can be used, can be used, may can be used. All these models can be used, but it depends on how certain you are using the other part of the sentence, which is the main sentence. So if my mother in the present simple form, when my mother is a singular subject, has more free time. Samir, not able, and able here is dealt with as an adjective. So Samir is not able to play the piano. Look at the clouds, it is space, rain soon. Same as the one we have just mentioned above. Look at the clouds is an evidence that there are too many clouds in the sky, and that makes you predict that rain is going to be there. So it's going to rain soon. not boil oil more than 1 time. This is an imperative but in the negative form. When I give someone an imperative or instructions in the negative form, we usually start with don't or never. I mean, you can say don't boil oil more than 1 time or never boil oil more than 1 time. I hope you enjoyed this 15 minutes with Miss Azza. I hope you all the success in the word. Best of luck and goodbye.